119-105 is your final score, and this might be one of my favorite wins of the season. It was certainly active. There were a lot of storylines. The Suns at one point went on a 24-0 run, and yet here we are with the Rockets victory. So for more, I'm going to bring in my colleagues, the guys that I called the game with, Craig Ackerman and Ryan Hollins. This is Rockets After Dark. Craig, I mean, you said anything goes, so I want you guys to give it to me straight. There has been a lot of exciting wins this season. Where does this rank for you, Craig? And then Ryan, I want you to tell me what you saw in that fourth quarter.
This is probably one of the top 5 wins, I think, for the Rockets this season, perhaps maybe even top 3. Just considering, as you mentioned, all the storylines with Durant. Again, he missed the first game here, so his first time back in, and some of the vitriol for the fans. He was booed when he was introduced. Jalen Green, who's been dealing with that hamstring injury all year, hadn't played against the Rockets up until now. Obviously, he wanted to win this game. So, too, did Dylan Brooks. This game meant a lot to the Suns. You could tell that early. It was the biggest come-behind win for the Rockets this season, and certainly, I think, one of the 3 or 5 best victories for this team this year, all things considered.
Yeah, Vanessa, what stands out to me is the R word, resolve. They had resolve. And in that fourth quarter, they were just tougher than the Suns, and they started realizing, man, if we take care of the ball, we're strong, and we get downhill, things are going to really start to open up. The offensive rebounds absolutely demoralized, the Phoenix Suns. And again, the Houston advantage was the size inside, and they really took advantage. It was a difference in the ball game, but they could have soaked. They could have got frustrated. They didn't, and they stuck to the game plan. And hats off to Ime Udoka and the coaching staff. You know, it's not about having your feelings hurt. It's not about frustration. It's not about what you think you can do. It's, hey, man, who's the best equipped in this game? And Ime needed his dogs on the floor, and they were there in a large way.
So when things were not going the Rockets' way, and they did not go well early on, he called upon Jayshawn Tate and Tari Eason and Aaron Holiday. And there's no way this game flips the way it did without them.
No, not at all. And you had Alperen Sengun with 4 fouls. So a lot of the game, you needed Tari Eason. You needed Tate, playing some backup center, bringing the toughness. And then Aaron Holiday hits 2 or 3 big threes. He's tough. He's physical. And he matched his style of game. And correct me if I'm wrong, it neutralized the Suns. The Suns came out like wildfire. They were grabbing, holding. They were mixing things up. Jalen Green getting tangled up with Amin Thompson. And those little tangle-ups, they really, spurred the Suns on. They inspired them.
Certainly. And again, now 7 straight wins for the Rockets, adding to their season-long winning streak. They're 22-19 as they wrap up the road portion of their schedule. And with the Lakers dealing with some catastrophic injuries to Luka and Austin Reeves, the Rockets now have won 50 games. They're tied in the standings. And again, the Lakers have the tiebreaker on them, but the Rockets have a chance now. A couple weeks ago, I don't think many people thought that was going to be the case, but the Rockets now certainly have a legit chance at securing home court advantage in the first-round playoff series. So, again, the Rockets have been rolling. They're playing their best basketball of the season, at least their best basketball since the first month of the season, at a great time at the end of the year to get ready for the playoffs. Big win here tonight for the Rockets, a come-from-behind win over the Phoenix Suns. We're going to take a break here, and then when we come back, we're going to hear from Rockets head coach Ime Udoka. And again, what was a very spirited, fiery game tonight in Phoenix, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to Phoenix. Let's go to the press conference room and hear from Rockets head coach Ime Udoka.
Yeah, it was 20-21, down 21 actually, but it was crazy to go up 5-0 and then go on a 24-0 run. They were the more physical team, more aggressive, came out with more energy, and so everything we could do wrong, we did wrong, but to have it back to 3 points by halftime obviously shows, to your point, our resiliency, and then just decided to come to play and meet the physicality on both ends. Took care of the ball, defended excellent outside of the free throws. I think they had 6 points in the second quarter, non-free throws. So turned it around pretty quickly. Shows the group got that will and grit to get back in it. And obviously we knew we had a poor first quarter, but it was a long game. We could get ourselves back in it.
We talked before about your team playing these type of games, and early on in the season, these are some of the games they probably let slip away. But how proud are you to see them be able to fight back like that the way that they did tonight?
Yeah, it's great. It shows we've grown in that area. To be down 21 and win it by 15 is a huge turnaround for a lot of reasons. But, I don't think anybody hung our head. We were more pissed at ourselves for coming out a little bit soft. Got back very quickly. But credit to our bench guys. I think Jay Sean and Aaron and Tari being a plus 29, Aaron being a plus 27, and Jay Sean, when he came in, it really flipped the game pretty quickly.
How important was it to dominate the offensive boards the way y'all did tonight?
Yeah, it was great because we were turning over too much. They got 39 free throws, so kind of balanced it out, that 37 second chance points for us. Obviously, he was putting emphasis in what we're really great at, but gave us some extra possessions, especially when we're fouling too much, and kind of balanced it out.
Coach, what areas of the game would you like to clean up a little bit before you guys go into this playoff push?
Always turnovers. We've had some low games and, had 17 or 19 tonight for 24 points. That's high for us, although we created a lot on our end as well. Turnovers is a big thing. If we get shots, when you're shooting as well as we were in the first half, you want to get those shots up and limit some of that leak outs. And so that's always a point of emphasis. And then just continue to work offensively together, off ball movement. I think we did decent in that area.
Yep.
Great stuff there from head coach Ime Udoka. Hi, everybody. I'm Vanessa Richardson. This is Ryan Hollins. This is SCHN After Dark. Our colleague Craig Ackerman says anything goes, but I think you and I are going to keep it pretty vanilla. You know who did not keep it vanilla? The Rockets coaching staff. They changed things up. They had Josh Okogie start that second half. What did you like about some of the adjustments made tonight by head coach Ime Udoka?
It's not about feelings at this time of the season. It's about who's producing, and there's different style of games. Vanessa, this was a chippy game. This was a physical game, and that was the advantage right now that Phoenix had. And you mixed in different lineups. He played Jay Sean Tate in the fourth quarter. He played, a lion's share of minutes to Aaron Holiday. And it doesn't mean that Reed Shepherd isn't valuable to this team. And I think that's the misconception with a lot of people. Well, Reed shoots so well. Why is he not out there? There's just certain games where you're going to need him, and certain games might be an Aaron Holiday, Jay Sean Tate type of game.
And Ime Udoka has said a lot of this is matchup based, a lot of it. But I want to talk about Alperen Sengun. First 3 quarters were difficult for him, but he is our forward drive of the game tonight because, man, when he woke up, he really woke up. How did you see him use his physicality, particularly, SCHN After Dark, in that fourth quarter?
Well, he had the matchup with that and he was played one-on-one, and the physicality and the ball pressure kind of kept him away from the rim. But I thought that Alpy did a great job of, first, he's playing point guard essentially for the team. He looks for a first cutter, second cutter, third cutter, and then he was able to go to work and get downhill, use his physicality. And you see the difference in these baskets. Look how close he is to the rim, taking his time. And again, when you're guarding a guy, and I've been in that situation, and you got to be patient, and you're not knowing when he's going to drive, where he's going to spin, where he's going to come off, man, that is almost impossible to guard. But he put this game out of contention. You got a chance to let Kevin Durant rest. And again, it was a full team victory here tonight.
It really was. The bench super involved, as you heard him in telling me in our walk-off interview. But that guy that's kind of always involved, Kevin Durant, we're going to hear from him next. So stay tuned with us. SCHN After Dark continues after what was an awesome Rockets comeback victory in the desert.